deck, followed by some details which will be shared after the presentation. So without further ado, Uh, so many of you would have already been part of Inme programs before, and some of you may have been joining for the first ever Inme program. So some of the details over here may be repetitive for some of you who have attended orientations before, but nevertheless, we just going to run through them very quickly. Just a little bit about our organization. We are Inme, and we've been working in the field of outdoor ed and children's programs from 1996. We are spread across the country, headquartered in Gurgaon. We have offices in Bangalore, Bombay, Kolkata, Hyderabad also. We have run multiple types of programs throughout the year. We have two ways we engage with children. One is through our open enrollment programs, which all of you are part of. And the other is that we also run programs for schools directly. So there are a whole bunch of schools which send their children out on outdoor programs with us through the year. A little bit about training and development at Inme. All our instructors are certified and come with certifications and qualifications. In addition to that, we also run a lot of training programs uh, for wilderness first aid, for activity, for child safety, and uh, basically instructors getting to understand and work with children better. There are some norms that we follow on our program. Uh, for the first very bit, which is talking about luxury, the program, the DSA program itself is not based out of campsites. We've got hotels and resorts with all facilities over there. So hence that does not fit over here. We have a choice that the children are allowed to choose their roommates during the duration of the program. For this program, the maximum number of children in a room will be three. Our communication happens through the WhatsApp updates that we give twice daily. There is no direct calling between the parents or the children for the duration of the program. Medication on this program of DSA, we do have a qualified MBBS doctor who's also the campus chief for the program. Other than that, in case your child is on any regular medication, that needs to be shared with us, the details of that, so that that can be taken care of while on program. We have a strict zero tolerance towards bullying and indiscipline. There are rules and regulations which are given out in the starting orientation itself. There have been instances where children not following the safety rules, not following rules on bullying and all, have been asked to be sent back from programs also. Similar rules follow also for substance abuse. We have zero tolerance towards that. There are back checks, there are random checks that do happen, and in case anyone is caught with any kind of substances, parents are called and children are sent back to their hometowns. That's very important for all to know. There is no requirement of gadgets. This is a tech-free program. Your children will hand over their phones to us at Port Blair once they arrive, and then they will get it back on the last day when they're departing back from Port Blair. Also, smart watches, Kindles, uh, any kind of tablets are not recommended. Large headphones, earphones, those are also not recommended and not allowed on the program because we collect all the phones and devices, keep them in Port Blair and take it back only on the last day. Also, you need to follow the kit list. We will run you through the kit list again over here, and you don't need to give in any kind of junk food or tuck food to the children. We keep them adequately fed through the duration of the program from the time they have been received to the time they are sent back at the airport. So where are we doing this program? Primarily, we are going to be at the Havelock Island, which is also now called Swaraj Dweep. We will be landing into Port Blair, which is now called Sri Vijayapuram. The accommodation is in hotels and in resorts in triple share. At Port Blair, we will be staying at the Eastern Gates Hotel, which is right opposite the airport. And in Havelock, you will be staying at the Symphony Palms Resort. The core activities on the program are scuba diving, the licensed scuba diving program. You have kayaking, you have multiple beach visits, and you have an intertidal walk. Along with that, you also have helter skelter evening games and fun sessions, which are part of the program. And also, they learn how to snorkel as part of their swim test and as part of their training program. Weather in Andaman is roughly about 23 to 37 degrees. It is quite humid. At all times, there are chances of afternoon showers or evening showers during the day. Having said that, the temperature is humid, but it's not very hot when you are close to the sea with the sea breeze blowing. But otherwise, when you're in areas where you're not close to the sea, it does get very humid. For transportation, all of you are flying into Port Blair. Internal transfers in Port Blair and in Havelock will be by tempo travelers, and there will be a ferry that we will use to go from Port Blair to Havelock and back, which is the private Macruz ferry. So this is a general outlook of what will happen on the program. You will reach Port Blair on the 18th of April. Based on what time you are coming, you will be given a number of who will be picking you up from the airport and bringing you to the hotel. In case you are on a flight which is post 1:30, then you are picked up from the airport, directly taken for lunch, followed by the visit to the cellular jail. Here you understand the history of the island. You understand about the cellular jail and the history behind the cellular jail, which has been an integral part of the historic events that have taken place in the island. Post that, you basically visit the Bay Area and explore some of the other historical sites around Port Blair. And then you head to the hotel for your check-in, program briefing, and orientation, followed by dinner and lights out that day. The next day, early morning, you have an early start at about 5:50. You wake up 5:15, 5:50, and you head out to the jetty, which is about a 20-minute drive from the hotel, and you catch the morning ferry, which leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning to Havelock. You reach Havelock by about 9:30 in the morning on the 19th, post which you head to our hotel. There we just dump our bags, take out our change of clothes and whatever we require, and we head directly to the dive shop, which is roughly about a 100-meter walk from where we stay. Once you're at the dive shop, you get divided into different groups. You will be assigned your instructors, and then your sessions start right from your equipment sizing to your swimming test to comfortability in water to your snorkel tests, etc. And then from 19th to 23rd onwards, there are different slots where you do kayaking, you do your dives, you do your confined water dives, and this is spread across the next 3.5 days. On the 23rd, we also have the helter skelter activity, we have the intertidal walks, and it's also the morning part is left for any of people who have to cope up or cover up on dives which they couldn't complete or so during 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And 23rd evening, we take the evening ferry, which is at 4 o'clock from Port Blair back to Havelock. Then we have the closure uh, on the 23rd evening, and 24th morning onwards, everyone starts flying back to their homes. So what is the preparation required over here? So yes, you need to be comfortable in water. You need to know swimming for this program. One of the preparatory exercises that you can do is uh, doing floating exercises. So by swimming, it's not necessary for you to be a great person when it comes to strokes. You don't need to have great strokes, but you need to be able to float for a long distance, and you need to be able to propel yourself without using your hands. That means you learn how to do flips. So basically, with your body, and these are your legs, you keep your legs straight and you just do this kind of a flip movement to move inside the water without moving your hands. So you keep your hands static and you do flips in the water. So get comfortable with that, because that is the major movement that you do with diving. You don't move your hands inside when you're underwater. Adequate hydration. This is very, very important. You are in a place where you will sweat a lot. In addition to that, you also sweat when you are underwater, which you don't get to know. So it's important that you are used to drinking 4 liters of water at least in a day, uh, throughout the day. So getting used to that and making sure that you are hydrating yourself effectively, even before coming to program, your body should get used to having 4 liters of water. Timely breakfast. Okay, so this is a challenge. A lot of us have got different timings of breakfast. Here on the program, you will all be having breakfast between 7 to 7:30. Important to have a really good heavy breakfast so that it sustains you through your next morning session till your lunch break as such. So a lot of times when I've been on the DSA program over the past 10, 12 years, I've seen a lot of children shying away from or just not being able to eat breakfast properly. And then they face troubles in the water, they feel hungry, they feel dehydrated, they get cramps and so. So it's important that you get used to having a timely breakfast right from tomorrow. Make it a time schedule that you are having a good heavy breakfast every day in the morning. Completion of videos on the app. We will show you how the app looks like. So you will be given a login ID. Through the login ID, you can access the Scuba Diver Certificate course, and there are a bunch of videos and theory exams and tests that you need to take before you reach Havelock. Now, a lot of times what happens is children uh, don't go through this, and then they are made to redo all the videos once they are in Havelock. So if if the instructors feel that you haven't gone through the material properly, they can get to know very easily by asking you a couple of questions. And if they feel you have skimmed through the videos or if you've not seen them end to end properly, then they will make you go through all the videos. What that will do is you will definitely miss out on some other sessions of a beach visit or any other activity because
What videos?
you'll be sitting to 4 to 5 hours watching the video. Packing according to the kit list is imperative because we don't have access to going and buying anything. Hence, the kit list and packing according to that is very important. And finally, during the duration of the program, self-regulation and ensuring good health is very, very important because diving is such a sport that if you're unwell, on that day you may not be allowed to dive for even the smallest reasons like nose block or you have a fever or anything like that. You're not allowed to dive with any medical condition that is ongoing. So ensuring good health is important for the duration of the program. So what does the scuba diver certification entail? One is understanding the scuba equipment itself, how it works, what are the key elements of the scuba element. Uh, Scuba itself is part of diving. It's a kind of diving. There are different types of diving, and scuba is one type of diving, which basically stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So your self-contained underwater breathing apparatus includes multiple things. So you learn the equipment, how to set up the equipment, and how to get prepared for the dive. Then you go through being comfortable in water. What are the different ways you are supposed to move in and around water, which takes you to your confined water sessions. Now, these are near the shore where you learn the skills of breathing through your regulator, you learn the skills of buoyancy and natural buoyancy, regulation, learn the skills of equalization. And then once you learn those skills, you also go for a couple of dives near the shore. And then eventually you get on to your boat dives, which are a minimum of 2 boat dives are required for this certification. Post that, you also have theory and exam, which could be uh, interspersed between your dives. So it could be after your confined water session and after one dive, or for some people, it could be after both the dives. So it doesn't matter whether you do your theory and exam during the duration of the course or at the end of the course. It's absolutely okay. The practical skill tests are something which are gauged towards the last few dives, where there are certain skills which are taught, and then you are supposed to replicate those skills in water on your own without any help from the instructors. And post all going through all this is when you get issued a license. Now, the scuba diver's license gives you access to be able to dive up to 12 meters anywhere in the world, along with a dive master he or she is available. You can go anywhere in the world up to 12 meters. Okay. Uh, I'm just going to quickly run you through the list now. Subbu, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the packing kit list for the program. Like it says over here, 7 to 8 quick dry t-shirts. Important. Please also, you can carry rash guards, which are full sleeve ones, which you can use in the water. Because the water is quite warm, it is not necessary for you to always wear a dive suit to dive. It depends on your comfortability. On day one, they will check if how comfortable you are with dive suits. If you're comfortable with dive suits, you can dive with dive suits. If you're comfortable with rash guards and shorts, you can also dive with 4 to 5 pairs of quick dry shorts, one track pant, preferably something light so that you can wear it in the evenings because mosquitoes are an issue over there. So in the evenings, track pants are a great option to save your legs from mosquito bites. 2 or 3 pairs of socks are enough. There is not much use of shoes during the duration of the program, except for when we go out, when we are on the ferry, and when we are in Port Blair during the jail visit. Otherwise, all the time we are in our floaters or sandals. 2 quick dry towels, important when you go to Decathlon. Generally, when you buy these towels, you will get two forms of towels. One is a very fluffy kind of a towel, and one is a very thin Kalenji towel which comes. The thin ones is the one which you need to take, not the fluffy one, because the thin ones are real quick dry and they do dry up fast. One cap or sunshade is very important. Sufficient undergarments. You will need at least two for a day, if not more, because there are multiple times that you'll be getting in and out of water. So carrying two is just about sufficient. Uh, Keeping a few pairs extra is important. Most often than not, I've had situations on camp where kids come back and say, "Hey, I've run out of undergarments. I need to wash them, dry them, do whatever." So keeping extra two per day and then some extra is a good idea. Night clothes, 2 pairs should be more than enough. A thin jacket is recommended, a very thin wind cheater jacket. Also, a raincoat or a poncho is a good idea to take. In case it rains, you could keep yourself dry for a bit. You have one pair of hiking sandals, which is shown over here, which are floaters. This is the Decathlon model, but anything similar to this is okay as long as it's waterproof or it is light enough that it dries up fast. A pair of aqua shoes available both online and Decathlon, otherwise also. This is just to keep your soles away from, getting hurt when you're in the water other than you're diving. So, any coral kind of cuts or rock cuts or something that happen to the sole of your shoes, you avoid that by having aqua shoes. So it's a great idea to keep one with you. Rubber soled shoes, one pair, lightest possible shoes, get those because you have to carry those shoes, keep them with you. So, any kind of trekking shoes or, ankle length shoes and all, it's better you don't carry. The lighter the shoes, the better it is for you. Personal toiletries, other than whatever is required, like a toothbrush, shower gel, etc., please do carry sunscreen, lip balm, and cold cream, which is very important. Please do carry mosquito repellent. That is also very, very important. A torch or headlamp necessary. There are power outages which keep happening in Hamburg. Plastic bags or garbage bags to keep so that when you're back, inevitably you will have a bunch of wet clothes which wouldn't have dried out. So you will need to have some clothes put in damp. So plastic bags for that. And a water bottle, 750 ml to 1 liter capacity is very, very important. For female participants, during the duration of the program for menstrual cycles, it is preferred to use tampons or menstrual cups. In case there is a concern, please do connect with your medical provider or talk to us for any other guidance beforehand. If you are under medication, please carry the medication that you're using. In addition to that, let us know in advance because the medical details and the medical requirements for diving are quite high. So there are chances that some medications, if you're running on some medications, that it could be an issue with diving. So that needs to be clarified from our dive agency. Preferably spectacles with retainers and an extra pair of spectacles is a good idea. Contact lenses is not recommended for this program, primarily because there's a lot of sand in the air and all, so there are chances if it gets into your eye, then again you have issues with your contacts. Please pack in a small knapsack or a backpack. One knapsack or small backpack for your intercity travel for what you need in the aircraft and all that, and one large rucksack or duffel bag, and no trolley bags at all. Trolley bags will not be accepted on the program. There are times when children do come up with them. It is really difficult to manage because you have shared space, you have limited space, and also the baggage has to be put into your ferry, taken from the ferry, put into luggage vehicles and all. And backpacks are the easiest for us to work with. So please, 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 this is a request that absolutely no hard luggage, suitcases or trolleys. You don't require to send any cash for the duration that your children are with us. All expenses are taken care of. In addition to that, you can send some money if they want to pick up something from our memorabilia store or when they require it for their journey in the flight. Also to note, because many of you may be flying Indigo or Akasa or any of the airlines, please ensure that in case you want a meal, you pre-book the meal in the flight and not wait for you to pick it up in the aircraft because a lot of times not everything is uploaded. You might want to have a sandwich and you just don't have it over there. So if you want, it's a good idea to pre-book your meal while going and coming in the flight. If you're on Air India, that's okay because you will be provided meals anyways. Okay, mobile phones, obviously you don't carry it except for travel. Once you reach Port Blair, it will be given back to us and then we will give it to you on the last day when you're going back. No expensive jewelry, electronic gadgets like smartwatches, tabs, air tags, all that is not allowed. All that will be deposited and kept in Port Blair and not taken to Havelock. Okay. Cameras, yes, cameras are allowed. Out of experience, I have seen the best possible camera devices that you can carry are GoPros or anything similar to that, like SJ cams, etc. The other cameras, DSLRs and all are not recommended. It's not a good idea to be carrying them around just because of the amount of sand and amount of chances of moisture and all going in and spoiling those devices. Again, this is important. Please ensure you're carrying a power bank with you and the power bank is properly charged. Uh, Avoid using the phone throughout your journey. So that, a lot of times kids come to us with the power bank, with the phone, but they have totally, discharged both of them because they've been using it non-stop on the flight there. Preference don't use it on the flight much so that your power bank is charged. You need a printed copy of the return ticket. Important. A lot of times kids come to us and say that, oh, I have it on my phone. Doesn't work, especially in Port Blair. They do see the physical copies always. Your original Aadhaar card is important. Now, this could be your original paper Aadhaar card that you have, or you could also make a plastic duplicate card from any of the private printing agencies. If you just go to them, there are tons in every city. You just go to any nearby private printing agency. They will take your number, your Aadhaar number. You'll get an OTP. After that, they will download the Aadhaar and print a plastic card for you with all the details of your Aadhaar. This is not the same Aadhaar card which you can apply from the Aadhaar UIA site. That one UIDA site, I'm sorry, that the card costs you 50 rupees, but you're not very sure on how long it will take for it to reach if you don't have one. This is very easy. You just need to go to the print section and they will come and give it to you. Cash for food or essentials at the airport if you're flying no frills airlines. Like I said, if you're flying no frills, any of the no frills airlines, it's better idea to just pre-book your meals. Also, swimsuits, boys absolutely okay in shorts and t-shirts. For girls, you will require swimsuits. So please carry either single-piece swimsuits, or if you're having two-piece swimsuits, they should be the ones which are shorts and a top, and not bikini style swimsuits at all. You will require to wear them under your dive suit, or if you choose to get rash guards and you're comfortable with that, you can even dive with that, dependent on your instructor. Subbu, will you share the next two documents, please?
Okay, so you would have all received a message from me today morning about the login IDs. This is for the SSI app, and you would have gotten an email ID, password, and an SSI ID. And I have also attached a couple of links, one for the Google Play Store and the other one is for App Store. So please download these apps, and this is where children would have to complete their theory classes, which is what they would have to do it before the camp itself. And there are a bunch of videos that they have to go through, and there are some FAQ questions towards end of each module, which they have to answer it. So once you log into the app using the credentials that you have received in a WhatsApp, and this is where you would generally come up at, you would see the child details here, and this is where you will have to access the course. So you'll have to click on a course, and then you end up in a place. This is the course materials, and children, everybody who is attending this particular orientation have taken up a scuba diver certification. So you have to click on the scuba diver, and there is a course material that opens up. And currently there is a no video version. Everybody has to download a video version. We'll just get it checked from the dive site and to fix this. So there would be an option of no video on video. Please click on the video. It would be anywhere between 1 to 2 GB kind of a file. And please download that. And that is where you will have all your theories and a little bit of videos that you have to go through. And this is mandatory videos that children have to go through before coming to the campus. And there's also three modules, if I'm not wrong. And after every module, there is a small FAQ questions at what they have to answer it, and then they proceed to the next modules. And in case
So
if you have
just
any
to,
question, please connect with me off.
yeah, also just to clarify, these videos are the first level. This is the modules that you clear after watching the videos are not the final theory exams. That is separate from this. So this is just once you watch the videos, just for us to understand that you have some of the basics in place about the video itself. Now, Subbu will also show you a registration form. All right. So this will be sent to you. Your photographs are already pasted on the forms. Now, in addition to what is there on this form, what is very important is to sign out on every single place where it says participant signature or signature of guardian or parent. Anywhere if there is a signature missing, then it will need to be resent to us. So it's important that you sign out on all these places, and then also there is a medical section which is very important. Now, a lot of these sections will keep saying go to box A, go to box B, etc. Signature on every one of this with the date is very, very important. Come down, Subbu. So over here, this what it says over here. If you've answered yes to question 3, 5, or 10, or any of the questions on page 2, please read and agree to the statement above by signing and dating it, and all take all 3 pages of this form for a physician's evaluation. So in case any of these medical things are there with the child in page 1 and page 2, so you can come down. Yeah. Then what you will need is you will need a medical examination evaluation. So you need to go to a medical examiner, which is a physician, and you need to show them these documents, and then he or she can write whether this is approved or not approved for diving. And once they come down, they need to write all the details. They need to send the details of the medical examiner with the physician's clinical stamp, everything over here. Yeah, and these other things are obviously you see the kind of skills that are required. There's a lot of skills which are there, which need to be checked. These are nothing to do with you right now because they will be all checked by the instructors. They will be taught many of these skills. Come down. Yeah. So once they have completed all this, then again over here you have some details where you have, you have to sign as parents. Again, more signatures required here. This is an indemnity release form which you need to fill up and sign. That's it. Yeah, that's about it. So these forms are being sent by Subbu to you over WhatsApp. Subbu, are you sending it over WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right after
and
the orientation, I will send it.
after the orientation, Subbu will send it, and then you can just fill it up, send it back in the digital format, and also after you have scanned it, send it back. Please send one copy of this form in physical format, printed copy along with the children. So they will be required to even submit a printed copy at the dive shop. Okay, I'm now heading towards the questions. All right, this is direct question, but I will answer it publicly. Shwan, it's a very important question. So try to have your breakfast between 7 and 7:30 and a heavy breakfast. Prisha, if you are having eye power, you need to share the details of your prescription glasses with Subbu. There are certain parameters at which you don't need glasses underwater because there is natural correction which happens because of your goggles and your seawater. If that correction is not possible, if your number is above that, then you will be provided prescription goggles for it. Okay, the form will be sent to you, Mr. Subaya, by Subbu, and he will have the individual form sent to you, and you can just take it from there. There are more questions. We are open to questions now.
Wait, sorry, Kripa here. Currently, I'm not able to access the video in the app. Is it going to get enabled later?
Uh,
So you're on mute. You may have, so there are two versions of the app. One is a video enabled app and one is a non-video enabled app. So can you have a check on this and come back to all the participants today itself?
yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, we think we will be staying at the Eastern Gate Hotel at Port Blair and at the Symphony Palms Resort, Beach Resort in Havelock.
Any specific timings when we have to reach the airport on 18th and on 24th?
Depends on which flight you're on.
The morning flight on 18th, around 10 o'clock.
Are you from Bangalore, ma?
Yeah, Bangalore, right.
Okay, so we have a good bunch of kids who are traveling from Bangalore. We'll also create a small WhatsApp group for the Bangalore parents closer to the dates. And
Okay.
ideally, just be there at least like 2.5 hours before, so that at least kids would get a easy check-in and security check, all that process going on.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you.
Junai, there's a question in the chat.
If you dive on your own, not every agency does provide prescription goggles, but here you will be given them. You don't need to buy.
Can I just ask one question?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So see, you did mention that the students, like all the children need to start having 4 liters of water and good set of breakfast. In terms of, any water sickness or anything, is there any medication that we need to send, or you will be taking care of all
No,
those
no,
med?
absolutely not. We don't need to send any medication for the children. One of the things with diving is also that when you are under medication, you're not allowed to dive. And even, especially for the beginner divers, even something like a paracetamol or something taken a few hours before the dive, it is preferred not to send the person out on the dive on that given day. So that's why I said, ensuring good health is important. Like a lot of children, we keep reiterating, don't make your AC at 16 degrees in the night and, wake up with a solid cold. Right now, what if if there is a solid cold, then it doesn't allow you to die. So that is important that we take care of ourselves. And I can't give them a Otrivin shot and send them dive. If it's a regular diver who's got 100, 200 dives under their belt, they might just take a shot of Otrivin or a cetirizine and both die. But that is something that we won't do with beginners. So hence, keeping them in good health is important.
And is there any weight, is there any prerequisite of minimum this much weight should be there for a student to dive in the water?
No, nothing like that.
No, nothing. Huh? Okay. And
No.
lastly, like in terms of swimsuit that you have advised,
Mhm.
because of the mosquitoes and lot of tanning, is it preferred that they take with sleeve swimsuits?
Sorry, which?
I said because of the mosquitoes, and I am too sure there will be a lot of direct sun there. So
Mhm.
when they do all these diving, is it preferred with sleeves, full sleeve swimsuits, or the normal
Yeah,
swimsuits
yeah, yeah.
would be
Full sleeves are good. Whatever you do, you will come back tanned.
okay?
If that much sleep there is, but yeah, full sleeves are all absolutely fine. No issues at all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Smriti, I think you may have realized that even though you're sending me a direct message, I have to reply in a public forum, right? So I'm going to say that, yeah, if you're 6'5" and you prefer wearing a suit, there will be suits available. We have asked for a specific, Subu will reach out to you with the specific details of your dimensions and we will check in terms of the availability of the dive suit. Otherwise, you can absolutely dive in your shorts and a rash guard. So do carry two rash guards of your size and two shorts, and we'll come back to you on your diving suit. If it is available of that size or not.
Can I have the child name, please?
Smithing. I think that's the name it's coming from.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's in
No worries, I'll come.
yeah, it's Smithing Bhuyan.
There's a question on instructor to children ratio.
Yeah, so it is either 1:3 or 1:4, dependent on how the children are in the water. So during the allocation, they see the comfortability and how the kids are in the water. So either four go with an instructor or three go with an instructor at the water. And obviously, you also have dive master and other people around, but uh, one instructor is responsible for those four children there.
Total, we have 36 kids who are being a part of the program. 13 of them are doing open waters, and 26 of them are doing scuba diver certification.
So how this program is going to be run on ground is that the open waters students will be one group. They will have different time schedules. The scuba divers will be split into two groups. Both the groups will have different time schedules. Okay, Prisha, that you will have to connect with the children if there is anyone traveling on your flight and ensure that you have booked the same seats next to each other. Other than that, we have no control over who sits next to whom in the aircraft. So in case you're traveling from a city where there are other children coming from there, then I would suggest you connect with them and block your seats accordingly. Okay, as there are no more questions coming in, just one last couple of things which I need to share with all of you. Please understand that this is a certification diving program. Hence, participating in this program does not ensure that you are going to come back certified. There have been times where children haven't been able to complete or to be able to finish their dives or have not, for some reason, medical or otherwise. So you will not get the license, right? So there are certain parameters which you have to complete to be able to get the license. Also, the other thing with diving is that a lot is dependent on your personal health and how you are feeling. Sometimes even people with the highest amount of dives and thousands of dives end up having a very bad day underwater. So you should not feel bad if that is a situation which you get into. Right. So the best of the divers could have a bad day underwater and not be able to equalize or not be able to get natural buoyancy, or they end up getting cramps or whatever. So it's absolutely fine if that happens. It's just unfortunate or unlucky that it would have happened while you are on the program while getting certified. Hence, we also have the backup day, right? The 23rd in the morning is relatively a backup day for us to catch up or cover up in case someone hasn't been able to complete the dives and is not being able to get certified. But even on that day, if it doesn't happen, then you do not get a certification or a license for your dive. Do we have any other questions?
Just to conclude, we have to right now log in to the username password and go through all the videos and theories and FAQs. Second
Mhm.
is that we need to fill up the form that you have just shown, which sir will be sharing. And that
Correct.
form, every page signed by the parent and by the child, is what we need to carry during the this trip, right?
Not
Uh,
every page needs to be
yep.
signed.
There
You
is
have
marking that we
specific
have.
marking on the document where sign needs to happen. You need to sign only there and in that specific space.
Okay. And lastly, children have to carry the Aadhaar card in original or the duplicate copy of that. These are three important
In
instructions, right?
original or in original form or a duplicate plastic copy.
Plastic
A
form.
printout doesn't work on normal A4 paper. A printout doesn't work, and the DigiLocker also doesn't work because what happens is we need to submit the IDs both in the hotel and in Havelock also. Now, one last thing: if any of your children don't have an Aadhaar card or are non-Indian citizens and have a OCI or a passport which they are carrying, then you need to inform us before because we need to then go and take a registration in the local police station at Havelock because that is a requirement. If there's any foreign national, they need to sign into the police register over there that you've been there in Havelock.
So, in that case, like again, as I said, the form needs to can be carried, the Aadhaar card needs to be carried, and the mobile which they will have, we can do that. The mobile and the original Aadhaar card, they can hand it over to the instructor once they reach Port Blair, and while leaving with the mobile, they can get their original Aadhaar card back.
Absolutely how it works, man. On day one, what we do is we collect the mobile phones and their Aadhaar cards and we keep it with us because there are multiple places where it is required and kids end up losing it otherwise. So we keep the Aadhaar cards and the phones, everything in our custody.
Okay, and can I just know how many students are there from Delhi?
Uh, if I'm not wrong, only one or two. I'll connect with you after this.
Okay, okay.
And just to give us
One
more
more.
clarity
Yeah.
on the forms has to be sent back to me as a PDF on the mobile. So you'll have to either you can just use an online editor, you sign in digitally, or to just take a printout of it, hard copy, and then sign it, scan it back, and send it to me as a PDF. And this needs to come to me in the next 4 5 days because it also has to go for an approval. I'll connect with all of you on a WhatsApp where I'll share this forms and then deadline to send this as well.
Yeah, one more question, please. I missed the certified program thing once. So, do we need to sign up for the certification program, or all the students who are participating are directly getting for eligible for certification?
This particular batch, all the kids that are attending this orientation, 26 of them has signed up for a scuba diver certification. This is a licensed program. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody by default are applying for the license, but based on the skill set that children exhibit on the program, they get a license.
Okay. Okay. So we don't have to again separately apply for that, right? Yeah.
Correct.
No.
Thank you.
If there are no more questions, thank you all for attending the orientation on a Sunday afternoon, and we will connect you with WhatsApp and other places. And if you have any questions, you can connect back to me. The number that you are receiving the messages is my number. You can connect back to me on the same number.
Excuse me, I actually have one question.
Sure, go ahead.
For how long will the license be valid?
For life, there's no expiry date for it.
There is no expiry date of the license, but if you have not done any dives in a year, when you go to a diving center, they will ask you to refresh certain skills. They will recheck you on those skills. So it doesn't mean that you've got your license today and 12 years later you go for the next dive, they will let you dive immediately. You have to have a couple of dives logged in every year for that license. Your license is valid, but they will check when was your last dive. So if you haven't dived in the year, then they will make you go through some of those skills again.
Okay, thank you.
And like, since our children will be leaving from the Delhi airport, and they'll be like, we'll get the information of who will be picking them from the Port Blair airport, and will we get connected to the mentor who will be connected with these kids?
Okay. So
You will
today,
be getting the information of who will be picking up the kids from the airport. Other than that, the instructor numbers or something will not be shared.
That's
The update,
only the
updates
information
will,
through WhatsApp. Yeah.
yeah, only the information through WhatsApp. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, parents and children, for being here. We will now close the call. In case you have any other doubts, please write into us and we will clarify them.
Sumit, I'm closing the meeting.
Just a second.